Hi Flosstube, it's Michelle, Farm Girl. I've been away for a while. I've been planning a retreat, so we finally had the retreat and it was awesome. Come here, Duke. Come on. Get him in here and close the door. Alright, so I have a ton of stuff to show you. I did upload a video early this morning, and it was so long. It was an hour and 45 minutes trying to fit everything in, so I'm going to have to cut a lot out. The problem with the video was that I had to upload it in SD because I didn't have enough memory and storage on my phone, even after deleting a bunch of apps. So the picture quality was horrific, so I just deleted it, and I thought I'm going to do this again. So this is round 2. So I'm just going to talk about the retreat briefly. I'm not going to show what we gave because everybody that are Flosstubers, pretty much, they've shown that. I did want to give a shout out to Penny, though, because I didn't make these, that she made these, and they're just stinking adorable. And she put these cute little tags on them that said the Minnesota Cross Stitch Retreat, October 2017, Chaska. So I really appreciate it. She made one for everybody, a little Ort container, so that was super nice. And I have so much crap here in front of me. It's unbelievable. Okay, and then I did want to, so I've seen the other Flosstubers that were there have talked about the exchange, so I did want to show my exchange. The exchange was super fun. So what we did is everyone that, and it was voluntary, so we had about 25, I think, out of the 39 of us that were there that participated. And it was super fun. So you got to either pick a gift off of the table randomly, or you, and we had numbers. So we went, we just pulled numbers out of a hat kind of thing. And then you got to choose from the table, or you got to steal a gift. So the first one that Kelly picked off the table, it was like, I wanted it. I did end up getting it. And I did not steal it from her. I've been stolen a couple times. So I did steal it from Darlene. So sorry, Darlene. Super cute, though. I couldn't pass it up. So I'm going to show you that. And that was, this one was stitched by Kathy, who she lives here locally. And Yvonne wanted this too, and I'll show you why. So it came in this super cute little basket. There was a little owl. I'm assuming she made that too. It's all hand stitched. It's made out of wool, and it is super, super cute. And these are little pins. And there was also, which I have in my sewing box here. And I did, I have another box that I painted from the tutorial in my last video. And I did draw a name, and Stephanie from Lindy Stitches won that. So Stephanie, I'm going to message you on Instagram, and I'll get your address and get that out to you this week. So I love this box. It's really dusty right now. And let me show you what I put in here. Okay, so she also included this adorable hand-painted little needle threader, candy corns, and then there was a pair of scissors. They're like little witch boot scissors. How cute. And there's a little scissor fob. And on the fob is this little charm. See if I can get a picture of that. It's an owl. How cute is that? That is ridiculous. Super, super cute. So I had to have that, of course. And then for the stitched piece, the exchange part, it was this little witch's hat. And it's like a purple linen, and this is sparkly. I don't know if you can really see that. And I don't, those look, they're not, I don't think they're glow in the dark. But then on the back, you'll see this little spider dangling, and the spider, get him to hold still. I mean, this is so stinking cute. The back is all like sparkly, and the legs are beaded. See there, you can see the legs here are all beaded, and that is super cute. And it's a needle minder. How cute is that? There's a little magnet in it. And the hat itself is very well done. It's like an actual hat, and it's lined, and I mean, hello, I had to have it. So I am super glad I came home with it. It's really, really, really cute. So thanks, Kathy. Kathy lives locally. She also gifted several of us with, let me dig it out here. Okay, so she also, and you've seen these on a couple other people's videos. I'm going to show you her husband's card. He's a pen maker. And we got these beautiful, they're on a gorgeous chain. I got the hot pink, which is perfect. I'm a girly girl, so that's awesome. And it's a seam ripper. And it came with a second in this beautiful box. And I'll link, I believe this is an email. It's Cub Tractor Man, CUBTRACTORMAN at AOL.com, because I'm sure there's going to be a great Christmas gift, a little stocking stuffer. I'm sure for your stitching friends. I mean, that would be a great gift. So thanks so much for that, Kathy. That was really unnecessary and very kind of you to think of us. So let's see what else I have here. Also in my box o' goodies, my roomie, Miss Yvonne, Night Owl Stitcher, she picked this up for me at the Dying to Stitch Retreat. How gorgeous is that? I love this. I love this so much. This is handmade too. I don't know if you can see the little bead parts, but it's, oh my gosh, I love this so much. It's so cute. Then, as a roomie gift, you might have seen on her last video, she wraps everything so amazing. So I got this on my pillow one night. She's the best roomie ever. Instead of mints, you get these little presents. And I opened it up. And I just love the wrapping. It's so thoughtful when people take the extra time to make you these pretty gifts. And then inside was a little owl needle minder from Down Sunshine Lane to commemorate our weekend of fun. Then on her last video, you may have also seen the pillows that she showed as little finishes. And one was the Boo pillow went for the exchange, and Pam from Stitching Between the Lines ended up winning that. And actually, Yvonne ended up getting hers as well. I'll insert a picture of that here. And I just got done watching Pam's video. I haven't even commented on it yet. She had loads of fun too. It was such a pleasure meeting Pam. She was super awesome. I met up with her on Thursday. I mean, she's hardcore. She went right from the airport to Stitchville. So, and then we had dinner, and she is just lovely, lovely, lovely person. I could hang out with her all the time. And then the other cushion the other little finish that Yvonne did was this Prairie Schooler. And how cute is that? So yeah, I don't have the heart to take any of this apart. It's so pretty. And there's some little buttons on it, and it's like meticulously finished. And then on the back are these cute little buttons, and let's see, the cute little buttons and the little bat. So pretty. I love this. Thanks, girly. I miss you. So she's a super fun roommate. She also sent me this before she got here. It's so pretty, but this is gonna be one of my before Thanksgiving. So I'll be working on this week, and it's super. Look at the colors, are beautiful. There's the up front picture, but then look at how beautiful the actual colors are. Like they're so autumnal. They're gorgeous. So looking forward. Let me see if I. Oh, and then, yeah, Becky brought me this, and it was delicious. I polished that off last night. It's been a long time. I usually drink wine from the box just because you can have a drink because nobody else in my house drinks wine. Because if you open up a whole bottle, it's just not the same the next day. So you got to drink the whole bottle. So that's what I did yesterday. And as a door prize, Marlene from Stitching by the Lake, she sent a couple little project bags and she told me I could keep one. So this is the one I chose. Beautiful. Marlene is quite the seamstress. So thank you so much for that. And it's like perfect size for like traveling, and a little pair of scissors and a small project. Love that. Yvonne also, this was on a candy bar with the pin. Candy bar is long gone, but how cute is that? I love that. Susie Ordall, she brought me these, and that was super thoughtful, and these are super cute. So it was a great weekend. I just appreciate everyone coming so much. It was amazing. Like just lifelong friendships that were made there. It was so much fun. Okay, so on to some of my finishes. So what I worked on, I kind of knew at the retreat that there was not going to be a lot of stitching. I put 14 stitches in and ended up having to frog them because I just had a feeling about it. So I stopped stitching, and yeah, I had to frog them the next morning. So I did stuff a couple pillows. Unfortunately, I put the seam at the top. I'm pretty good with the invisible stitch, so I'll be able to close that up and it won't really be noticeable. But yeah, normally you want to put those at the bottom. But this is a Brenda Gervais. I think this is called Ho Ho Ho. I'm not sure. I will put it down below. It's on a Weeks Dye Works Cocoa Bean linen. Sorry, it's kind of overcast today. It's kind of cloudy and lighting is not great. So that'll be out for Christmas. And my other finish, this is Prairie Schooler. It's one of the months. It's January. This is the small stitch. Then there's a larger stitch, and then there's a little pin cushion or scissor fob as well. This is a box I bought at Hobby Lobby. Just painted it red, waxed it, put it on some mat board. It's not even attached yet. Put it on some mat board with double that stitchery tape on the back. And the inside I painted kind of a tan color. I'm actually going to, I think, paint something on the box here. And then I finished this as a little Little House Needleworks Country Christmas ornament. And then this is from the same booklet, the Prairie Schooler January booklet, Snow Day. They're both backed. Oh no. This is backed in a homespun, because Priscilla says we should back everything in homespun. I do, and I'm told. And then that one is backed in that. And this one I didn't show is backed in this. That's a really pretty fabric. I like that a lot. Homespunny-esque. And okay. So that was that. And those are my finishes. I don't think I have much more than that. I'm going to talk just real quick. I ordered these from Color and Cotton. Gorgeous. I meant last year to get on her Floss of the Month, and I just didn't. And I'm like, why am I not on that? So I signed up, and then I ordered a couple. So these are the floss. This is the floss that I ordered, and this is, let me see if I can get a good... So this one is called Quarter Horse, and it kind of goes from like a golden brown to a taupey brown, lightly variegated. And this one is called Spiced Orange, and that's pretty accurate. It's really pretty. It's not over the top orange. It's almost like a dark peachy orange, lightly variegated, just super pretty, very autumnal. And then I'm super excited to finally be on her Fabric of the Month club. Then, or not fabric, her Floss of the Month. Her Fabric of the Month is, I believe it's full right now. And then Trisha at Three Owls Threads has recently started selling gasps. So she had a whopper of a sale. So I snapped some of that up. Rumor has it she might be doing another one like Friday, the Black Friday, or I've used a couple of them, which is why they're... but these are either Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Don't hold me to that, but join her Facebook group, which I will link below. So these are super nice because these are the bigger skeins, and I don't know if they're available. I haven't seen them when I order them or get them from my LNS. They only come in the 5 skein lengths, or the 5 meter or 5 yard lengths. I think they're yards, 5 yards. These are the 10, and they were a phenomenal price. So thanks so much, Trisha, and I can't wait for her next sale. But this is super awesome. That's that. Phenomenal customer service, great prices. She is great about communication on her webpage. Just phenomenal. I can't praise her enough for that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I hope she starts carrying all the Flosses brands, and I'll be ordering from her permanently. So then for whips, let's go through those real quick. My first one, and I only put a few stitches in. I didn't have a lot of time. This is the Pumpkin Spice. This is a Victoria sampler. I have not had this out in an eternity. And this is one of my older whips. I mean, this one is at least 4 years old. And I was hoping to get it done this year, but it didn't. So I got some of this grass in here. So, and I'm working from the bottom up. I'm hoping that it'll get done for next year. Then I put a few stitches. This is the stocking I'm doing for my granddaughter. So my grandson's is done. I just need to sew it together and put the charms on, and then all my kids have one. And next year I will do one for he's going to be my son-in-law, but once he's officially my son-in-law, he will have his own stocking too. And then I hope to do one for Gary and I. And here is my progress on that. And I was kind of battling with the color because it's so light, but I'm just going with it, and I'm going to stay with it. So I got the flowers done here, which I think I did in an over-dyed. And sorry, this lighting is terrible. There. So this is an 18 count, and it's actually stitched over 2, and I'm only using 2 threads. I probably in hindsight would have used 4 maybe, but all the other stockings that I did, I looked at, and they're only done with 2 strands as well. And I worked a little bit on my the Summer Schoolhouse series. This is lesson 2. I have lesson 3. I have not picked up lesson 4 yet, which I'll pick up lesson 4 when I'm starting on lesson 3, but I don't anticipate getting back to this until after Christmas. So here's lesson 1, and that is done. Lesson 2, there's the man, and then this is the woman. And I think I got like the berries done and the letters and her face there. And I'm just gonna put this one away. This will be, I have too much that I want to stitch for Christmas, so they'll just get put away until January. But I'm really enjoying this, and I cannot wait. I did order the kit from Brenda's website, and I'll link that below. I think actually it's probably going to be sold out because I ordered it a week or so ago, and at that time I think there were either 15 or 5 left. But if it's still available, I'll link it below. And it has the box and some of the linen rickrack, which I already have, but you can't have enough of that. And oh, and then the little mini horn book. And I'm not sure what else was in it, but I'll link it below. Then next I stitched on Strawberry Bird. This is a Kathy Barrick, and this picture is really does not do it justice. Jen from Jen Stitching Niche is doing the cat that has like a little barn scene in it. That's really cute, and that is going to be what I'm going to stitch next when I finish this. So I got quite a ways on this. It's a pretty easy stitch, and I'm stitching it. I believe this is a 32 count, and I'm stitching it over 2, and the colors are glorious. So pretty. And I'm just using DMC, and I'm pretty sure that that's what's charted. But this is super fun. It stitches up pretty quickly. I think I did like the majority of this in an afternoon. So that. And I finally got out my Village of Hawk Run Hollow. Oops, where is it? Not even in here. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, so I'm doing villages. I have had 1, 2, and 3 done for quite a while. Then I had the outlining of the blocks done for 4 and 5. And so I stitched, I put number 5 in because that was, I'm saving my absolute favorites to do till the end because I feel like, because that's just the way that I'm most productive. So I do, so this one is a little lackluster. It's a pretty block, but you know, it's not a house. It's very pretty. So that's that. I mean, these are a lot of stitching, these blocks. I'm doing this on a 40 count Legacy in Maple Sugar, I believe it's called. So I probably won't touch this again either until after January. I have a lot of Christmas stitching that I want to do, and that's what I'm going to do. I have some Thanksgiving things or some fall-y things yet that I'm going to do to Thanksgiving, and then I'm going to pump out some Christmas stuff. I do have some things I'm going to knit too that I need to work on. And then the other thing that I worked on is my Glendon Place Sleepy Hollow, and I went to town on the border. This is my own hand-dyed fabric. I love it. It's a lot of fun to stitch. I'm doing the back stitching as I go. Hopefully that is focusing. It's a lot. All of those little things are all back stitched. And even when I started down here, once I finished stitching it, I did the back stitching if there was nothing else touching it as well. And then I started the tree up here. And this is just a super fun stitch. I could have just kept going with this, but I had some other, I just have the Christmas stuff that I wanted to start stitching on. So, and honestly, I probably won't pick this up again until next year, now that Halloween is over. All right, so those, and then I pulled out I'm getting ready to put away all my Halloween stuff. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to note too, my sweatshirt was Kelly from SVG Sews made us these. These are super awesome. I love this. I just found her. So these are awesome. So thanks, Kelly. I have worn this and worn this and worn this. Love it. Okay, and then just a couple finishes before I put them away. They're a little bit dusty. This is a Plum Street sampler, and this is Halloween delivery. I finished this last year, I believe. It's stitched with all the called for threads. That one was a fun one. I did it pretty quick. I think I did this in like 5 days. Just went to town on it. Very pretty. The frame, this is a little tray, and it's actually a Sudbury frame, and I found it at Goodwill for $3.99, and then out and spray painted it with some black paint. And that turned out super cute. And also finished last year, this was a stitch along I did with Tanya. And I believe that this is Little Stitcher. I will print or post a link down in the description box. It's available as a PDF off of her Etsy page. And this is Arsenic and Old Lace, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. I'm a huge Cary Grant fan. And by the way, if anybody knows where I can get a DVD copy of Every Girl Should Be Married, it's one of the few that I really, really, really want and don't have. And I've never been able to find a DVD of it. So. This is this was a freebie from the Little Stitchers blog, which I will also link below. And I just kind of copied her finish, which is, I took this, here's what was originally in this frame, and it was gold. And again, I just spray painted it. That is a coffee dyed fabric that I dyed myself, and just coffee stained this little piece of lace and stuck it in the frame. Very quick, very cute, just a little silhouette. And I feel like there was another one, but I don't see it up here. Okay, and then some things I'm going to be finishing this month. Let's see, 27 minutes, good timing. I have Prairie Schooler. This is Harvest Time. I'm not sure if this one is still available. I'm sure it'll be reprinted soon. I'm gonna mount this on something instead of framing it and make it a seasonal. Like I'm gonna Priscilla it and see what I can come up with for that. And I also have a Village Green that I'm gonna be doing, and I'll just probably Priscilla that one too and switch them out for Christmas. I love these though. I love Prairie Schooler in general, but I just love how the colors pop. This is stitched on a Joblin. This I did back in the day when I loved even weaves. I'm not a huge fan of even weaves anymore, but that was back in the day when I stitched everything on what called for. And a couple others that I'm going to be starting or finishing. This is, I don't know if this is actually called December 25th, but this is a Brenda Gervais. I'm not sure if this came out last year. I stitched it last year. I think it was new last year or maybe the year before. And then there is, this is another Brenda Gervais, and actually there is, she has 4 new charts coming out, which I will insert a picture here, and they're super duper cute. The O Tannenbaum was a, that was a retreat piece from the Shepherd's Bush Retreat from 2016. And I have been, I thought it was 2014 because that's how long it feels like I've been waiting for it to come out. But I'm super, super, super glad that she is choosing to release that, and that I'm super excited about that. So, and there, the box is available on, there is an Etsy site that I found that has it available. If anybody else knows, she's got kits available on her website too. But I looked at the floss list and I have most of them, so I didn't need all the floss. So if anybody knows like the original source of where that box came from, that would be great. Otherwise, I guess I'll just order it. The box was, I've seen them for $10, $8.50. Anyways, so there's one of the pieces is a companion piece to this, and I'm gonna be stitching that. And then the other two, I've actually ordered the boxes already. So okay, so we can get into, I think that was here's another one. So I had started stitching, perhaps you remember last year, the Country Cottage Needlework Santa's Village, and I didn't like my fabric choice, so I decided to stop stitching it, and I'm gonna mount this on something for a friend, give it to her for Christmas, and I'm going to restart it, and I have it kitted up again, stitching it on Picture This Plus Ariel when I restart that. Also, Chelsea was concerned I may not have known about this chart. Girl, I stitched it. And Priscilla, you have like a mind of steel. She remembered that right after we got Dookie, I finished stitching this. It was late at night. I put it on the arm of the sofa when I got up to go to the bathroom, and I came back. And Dookie had bit a little hole in it. So I won't really point it out closely, but it's right here, and there is a definite hole there. But I'm probably just going to back it with some fusible interfacing and make a project bag or a tote bag or something out of it. But another Prairie Schooler, which is really adorable. And okay. Wow, I'm making excellent time. Last time I rambled on and on. I did want to mention to those that attended the retreat and were gracious enough to and kind enough to contribute to a gift card for Joan and I. I can't even begin to thank you. Totally unnecessary and so incredibly thoughtful. And on top of that, Michelle and McKenna they bought a punch card, and everything that they bought, they put on the punch card, and then they gave me the punch card. And when you're at Stitchville, so there's like, it's like I don't know if it's $150 or for every 150 or 160 you spend, you get, for every $5 you spend or whatever it is marked on the card, you get a punch. When you fill that, you get $17 off your next purchase. So they gave me that. I had a punch card. Both of them were almost all full. And then with the gift card, I was able to get something that I've been coveting. 1, 2, that is a limited edition and seemingly was sold out everywhere. And then I saw it at Stitchville, and I was also able to get another chart. So I wanted to show you guys what I got. And thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I am like overjoyed. I have fabric that I dyed for these and is drying right now. And then this is going to be my newest start. Oh, how about if I hold it up? So, if you follow Nicola Parkman has a Hands Across the Sea YouTube channel here, and I will link her. I don't know. I'm sure she did a video on this one, but I know I also heard her. I heard an interview with her on Fiber Talk, and unfortunately, at that point, I think the patterns they were already sold out. And so I was pretty disappointed about that, because I had sent the link to my husband and begged him to buy this for me for Christmas, which he thought I was crazy. Because it is fairly expensive. But if you see, this is such a crazy thick booklet. I posted this on my Facebook page, and there were a couple people that said that they had seen them at their LNS. So I'm not going to say where they are, because they are so limited. This was the last one that Stitchville had, and Deb didn't even know. She did not realize that she still had a copy. So this felt like it was meant to be. And so these are sister samplers, and that's pretty unusual to find sister samplers, which is why they're so special, because generally they're handed down through the generations, and they go from mother, to stitcher, to their daughter, to their granddaughter, and then they're generations apart and usually separated for eternity. So when you find them together, it's generally that either one sister didn't get married or a sister died. So these two sisters both stitched their samplers at 10. They coordinate beautifully. Like so this is Isabella's, and it's, I believe it's pronounced Ufendel. Gorgeous. And then this is, Anne's. So pretty. And I have I also have Hannah Coates, which is a Hands Across the Sea that I have not started. It was going to be a Stitch Mania start, and I got a little intimidated with the 40 count, and I've kind of gotten over that, and just now I stitch on a lot of 40 count, and I've kind of retrained my eyes, so I'm good with that, and I just have not started it, which is good, because now I can start this. But this booklet is incredible. It's not just charts, but it's like page after page after page. Yeah, just phenomenal of information about the samplers, about the girls. Here's a picture of the original. I mean, this is just so well done. It's so much more than a pattern. I am going to show you just a little bit, because Nicola has showed it on her video, and I just want to show you like how beautifully this is charted. Like everything is in color. Big, beautiful pages, very easy to see, very clear where the patterns overlap. The patterns are very easy to stitch from. They're just fantastic. Then the other nice thing is, and I'll just show you when you're working per page, the color list is per page available to you. So all of her charts are like that as well. So they're very well done and great to stitch from. So I would encourage you to get a Hands Across the Sea, because they're just beautifully done. They're like works of art in and of themselves. And there's always a little blurb about the individual sampler in every booklet. This is like a chart that I would keep for reference, just because it's it feels like a piece of history. So the other chart that I got that is a relatively new chart, and I've wanted it since the moment I saw it, is a blackbird design, and it's Feliz Navidad. And this, I'm definitely going to have this stitched by this Christmas. That's my goal. So a couple months, I can't imagine. It shouldn't be that tough. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to stitch it in. If, I really do not like, I'm not a huge fan of 36 count, and this is my reason why. Because I have to do 2 strands because I do not like the coverage. One strand of floss over 2 on 36 count. It's just not enough coverage for me. Especially on something like this, because I can guarantee you're going to be able to see through it. So, and it calls for a 36 count legacy. The coverage looks good when you look on the front. It's almost just never the same. And I don't even have an example because I just don't stitch with one strand over 36 because you can always see through it. But this is not, this is based on an original sampler, but it is not like a true reproduction. Here is the original, and it's beautiful. The colors are bright and vibrant, but you can see there are some definite modifications. And there's a picture of the back of the sampler, which I thought was really interesting. Here. There's the back. Can I help you? And I did pick up a few of the flosses for that as well. So this is the color of the border. And then this band right through here with the berries is these 2 colors. It's like a wine color. Isn't that pretty? So I'm really excited to get going on that. Okay, and okay, so I'm just going to show a little bit of my haul, and these are actually some of this was some exchanges that Pam and I did, and some of these, and then these are just holiday recent purchases, some really fun stuff. So from Pam, and these are just a few of them. We actually swapped quite a bit. We had a good little trade there. Great ornaments. So here is Little House Needleworks Woodland Sampling, Holly and Berries. Season's Greetings. I've wanted this one for a while. And then Poinsettia House. And this is, I believe this is the one that Vonna just took this motif and did ornaments for her daughters for Christmas. Speaking of Vonna, I keep forgetting to show this in my videos. She mentioned in her last video about the resources that she has on her blog. And I am not really a blog reader. I never have been. I have checked hers out from time to time over the years, just because when you Google cross stitch, and like she pops up. So I was familiar with her before she started doing videos, but I saw something on, I think I saw it on Instagram, and then I went and researched it a little bit. I just Googled it, and doesn't it figure? It's right from her blog. I will link it below, but I encourage you to go through it. She's got some phenomenal stuff on there that she does not talk about in her videos, and some projects and just great ideas. So this is a little scissor holder. I mean, how stinking cute is this? They are just 2 pieces of, you buy these at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever. They're like $1.99. And let's see if I think I probably have like a dozen of these now because I'm going to make them in every color. I just happened to paint this one black because I was in a painting mood, and then I Mod Podged it. And I just, I just distressed it just a little bit on the edges here, and I just used a fine brush to get in there. and you just glue it together. All the instructions are on her blog, so I will post that down below. And she's also got another version where she uses bigger hoops to make like a little hinged box to die for. I'm totally doing that. And I bought some more hoops. I believe that these are 4-inch hoops, and I bought more, and the next one I'm gonna stain. And I just put these out everywhere. Now I just need all the scissors to fill it. So I don't have very many scissors, but I'm going to, so that I can fill these. So thank you, Vonna, for giving us those great resources, because that is fantastic. And there's lots of other good stuff on her website as well. Okay, and then I got, so my local quilt shop, Eagle Creek Quilt Shop in Shakopee, has a little bit of punch needle. And the majority of their punch needle is Brenda Gervais. So I got those. That's super, super duper cute. And there was another one that I got. I don't think it's in here. But of course, hello, I got Lantern Lane. When I will start that, I don't know. But I'm going to be joining that sale that Priscilla and Chelsea are doing. And then this I bought because I saw it on Jen's Stitching Knit. She has, I think she's got all 4 of them. Or is there 3? Why do I feel like there were only 3? I don't know. But she's got, I'm pretty sure she's got all of them going in her 120 whips. They are gorgeous. Also, Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. They are available on Jen's Etsy shop. And I will post the link for that below. And then I got this Little House Needlework sampler that I've been admiring for quite a while. That should be a fairly quick stitch. Another Little House Needleworks, the North Wind. I just always have thought that that was so pretty. I love the blue fabric and the robin. And then I got, because I have the coffee mug, so I needed the cross stitch pattern to match it. Duh. And this is Heartstring Sampler, Baby It's Cold Outside, and I've admired this for a long time. And so I got that. And I also have this from the Scarlet House, and I've been eyeing that one since last year. I think this was a release last year. Oh crap, I hope I bought the right size fabric. So it calls for the Weeks gingham. I did. Yay! This is light khaki. How stinking cute is that? And how cute is that going to be on it? And then just an idea for an ornament would be just pulling that little motif out, which would be really cute. But I love this. And that is going to be a definite Christmas finish. And then I was thinking about, I don't know if this, well, I'll have enough to do this because this is, this calls for a 36 count ale, which ale, can I just tell you, I bought a bunch of little pieces of fabric. Okay, here's ale. So, I don't know. I will probably be doing it on something a little bit lighter. But I did order some fabrics. I'm a fan of Picture This Plus, so I did order some of theirs. This is Ale. This is their new color. This is Oaken. This is Gingerbread. Those are all pretty accurate. And then I have one other one here. This is loads of fun. So this is another Scarlet House. This was a release in 2011, but it's still available. That fabric is everything. And I love, you know that white is going to pop way more than it does. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It is really a beautiful green. Like, it's so Christmassy, and it's not that. It's showing up just a titch brighter, but that's a little darker. I guess that's fairly representative. Super pretty green, though. Isn't that gorgeous? That is going to be, and you know that white is just going to pop off of there. I may even add a little Krennic. Somebody's feeling a little needy. What? And then I just, I got these at Stitchville. These are just some neutrals, a light exemplar. This one is flax. This one is a light mocha. And another heartstring samplery. I'm hoping to do those. I have another Thanksgiving one too that it's the, I think Gerald actually got a copy of that too. I bought one for myself as well. I think they're shepherd's bush and they're just little pin cushions too, but I really like these. I love heartstring samplery. And what are you doing? Stop digging through my stuff. My next start, which I was super happy to see that Theresa Kitten Stitcher, which I will also link her below, she just did her second video. I love her. And I met her counterpart from Raise the Roof Designs that she used to design with, Sue. She also attended the retreat. I mean, lovely, lovely, lovely lady. And I'm so glad to have met her. And I know, and she lives locally here. We actually have a ton in common. We both work for the same company. We actually used to live in the same neighborhood, or pretty close to the same neighborhood in Shakopee. So, we text now back and forth, and I'm super excited that we were able to connect at the retreat. So by all means, if you have an opportunity, go to a retreat. So I had mentioned in jest that I wasn't going to start one of Theresa's Shakespeare's Peddlers samplers until she did a video, which she reminded me of that I had made that promise and she's done a video. So I am, in honor of Theresa finally doing her own Flosstube video, I am going to be starting this gorgeous piece here. And this is Mercy Goodheart sampler. It is so pretty, and I am really gonna try and do it in the silks. We'll see. And it calls for 36 count. And see, this is again, so I bought this vintage exemplar. Oh, this is the light. I don't know. What is the difference between the light and the vintage? Is it just the light? The vintage has the modeling and the light is more solid. This is kind of wrinkly, but there is just, I don't know if it's just my eyes playing tricks on me or if there really is. I mean, that's fairly light, but it still doesn't. It's so hard. I guess I'll have to get the floss and look. I'm going to start with that border anyway, so I'll have to make a trip and pick out the floss. There is a DMC conversion on here as well. Still available. I bought these from Jen at Jen's Stitching Niche. Again, I'll post that link below. And I think that's all I've got. Just want to thank everybody so much who attended the retreat and making it so special. It was super awesome. I got absolutely no stitching done, but I did chat with a lot of people. Not enough. I still feel like I missed a big portion of the room. We are going to be doing it again next year for sure. We're even considering doing one in April. There are a fair amount of people that aren't going to be able to go, but if you are interested, let me know down below. And if I have enough, I think I will just stick to the smaller group. In October, we'll be doing our second annual Midwest Cross Stitchers Fall Retreat. We're definitely going to leave that a small group. It was a resounding yes to keeping that more intimate. We might bump it up to 50. But other than that, we're just going to keep that a small intimate group. I really liked being able to get to know some of the local stitchers and loved having some of the Flosstubers there. I mean, meeting these people in person is just, it's very surreal when all of a sudden they're in front of you and you do really already know them. And when you say you feel like you already know, now I kind of get that. And I will just say that McKenna, Pam, Becky, Kelly, is it Jessica, Sporty Stitcher? I hope I'm getting that right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. We didn't get a chance to talk too much. Angie from Instagram. So many people, like, Michelle and Gerald, I mean, I knew that they were nice, and I messaged back and forth with them anyways. But to meet them in person, like, they're 10 times better than what you think they're going to be. Michelle's probably, like, seriously, no joke, one of the nicest people I've ever met. Like, just genuinely, ridiculously sweet and caring. And Gerald is a hoot. Love that man. Like, I cannot wait to see him again. I wish I could go to the Jersey retreat. I just don't know how I could make that work in May with our kidding season. I have to sell all my goats, and I can't do that. So, I mentioned it to my husband. I thought he was going to lose it. But, I am planning a little trip, hopefully in January. I have not completely solidified that, so I'm not going to say it until I have everything booked. But, that's pretty much a go. So, I can't wait to announce it. It's just a ton of stuff that I'm looking forward to. My husband and I are taking my mother-in-law, on a trip to Amana, for Christmas. Not during Christmas, but it's her Christmas present from us. We're just going to take her on a trip. She's getting older, and her family down there is getting older. And, yeah, we just want to make that happen for her. So she's super excited. We're staying at a beautiful bed and breakfast. We're really looking forward to that. And then in February, we are taking a last hurrah trip since my daughter is a senior, and we haven't really told them where we're taking them yet. They know we're going on a trip. They just don't know where. So I don't think they watch my videos, but just in case they do, I'm going to wait to say anything about that. So yeah, so I have lots of stuff. This is the most travel I think I've ever done in my life. So in such a short amount of time. So it's a lot of traveling, a lot of organizing, taking care of animals and things like that. So it's not always easy for us. We did sell our cows, which was pretty hard, but they are a lot of work, and we're just trying to simplify, especially with our kids getting older. I'm actually going to be selling I'm going to be cutting my numbers back a lot with my goats. It's just getting to be too much, and my herd has grown quite a bit over the years, and I just needed to get it down to something more manageable so that we can have a life outside of goats too, but I won't ever get rid of the goats. What else is going on? We're having puppies in 2 weeks. Was not planned, and I'm having a hard time being excited about it because I think I'm more nervous than anything, but so we will have livestock guardian puppies. We have found homes for 3 puppies already, and hopefully that is all she will have. She's too young really to be having a litter, but catching them in heat for the first time can be very difficult, and I suspected that she was in heat, so I contacted the breeder and asked what to look for, and then didn't really see anything after that, but I'm sure she's pregnant now. So I have a date of November 17th when we think she's due, when we're pretty sure she's going to be due, and her belly is getting big. But honestly, if I hadn't have been eyeing and watching for that, you would never catch it, and I would never know she's pregnant, because looking at her, she doesn't look like it. So, it's hard on dogs to have a litter of puppies, especially when they're as young as she is. So, so she's getting lots of extra TLC, and we put her back on puppy food, and we're giving her a supplement, and Mindy suggested some vitamins yesterday, and yeah. Oh, and by the way, Mindy, Gerald, and Bendy, you'll be happy to know that Mindy will be doing Flosstube videos. So I'm throwing it out there now, so now she really has to. You guys will love her. She does chatelaines, and I mean, her projects are big. She's phenomenal. She was over yesterday, and we dyed some fabric. She posted on Stitch Mania, so I'll post that picture here. Oh, and then, yeah, we did a phenomenal piece of ombre here. Oh, lordy, lordy. So let me just hold this back. Isn't that beautiful? So we kind of nailed that. And then I went to heat set it in the microwave, and I rolled it up on itself. And so note to self, when you're doing the ombre effect, you can set the fabric and help to make it more color fast by if you roll it up this way, which would have been smart to do versus crumpling it up. I didn't even think about it, and then putting it in the microwave. And this was rinsed and rinsed and rinsed and rinsed to try and get this out, and it didn't even fade. So this at this point is pretty color fast. But that was really fun. And at least now I mean, it was a piece of Ada, but I feel terrible because this was her fabric. So, but there it is. She's kind of more likes brighter colors. So that's what we did. And it was gorgeous. So, I'll post her Instagram here. You can follow her on Instagram as well. And she's got an adorable little puppy that Duke is terrified of. And stop sending me messages. I'm not getting a husky puppy. All right. Well, thank you so much again for watching. Hopefully I won't be gone for as long and I won't have these epically long videos. I just feel like I have so much to tell you when I finally get around to doing them. So I'm going to try and get back in a week and do a 15-minute video. Wouldn't that be nice? We'll see if it happens or not. Thank you so much for watching. I get overwhelmed sometimes with how many subscribers I have and how many people watch my video. It can be a little intimidating. So, but I just want you to know how much I appreciate your taking time out of your life to watch a little bit of mine. And I really appreciate all the comments. I used to be like a stickler and I used to respond to every single comment. The comments are so numerous now, I can't. But I do want you to know, I hate that I'm saying this because I want to respond to every single one of them. I do read them all and I'll hit like on all of them. But it's gotten to the point where it's become a part-time job to try and answer them all. So I'll try my best, but I can't make promises anymore. But thank you. And please do leave comments because it's what I kind of live for. It's what we all live for when we're doing these videos. And click like. Make sure that you're clicking likes on the people that you watch because I see way too many YouTubers that are not getting the views and they're phenomenal and we need to be watching them. Just couple shout outs. StitchEm, I think it is. She is just adorable. She is, I'm pretty sure I remember from long ago, she's Scottish, but she's lives in England and her last video was phenomenal. She just turned, so happy birthday. I don't know if she watches my channel, but she just turned 30. Her friends bought her a camera and they're cute. They show up in her video and it's just the cutest little video. I cannot get enough of her accent. I'm obsessed with it. Who else? Heidi Cran. I will post hers below. I've really enjoyed her. And Nana's Needles. Is it Andi? I also follow her on I follow them all on Instagram too. But I've recently found her and have watched all of her videos. So I'm going to post her below. Candy Stitches. I mean, everybody's watching her. Who else? Bluebird Stitches, which is Elizabeth. She just tells the most lovely stories. And so I'm shooting from the hip here and this is all coming off the top of my head. So I apologize if I get anybody's name incorrect, but I'll be posting links to all the channels below. So please go give them a follow, give them a like, because the more likes and thumbs up they get, the more they pop up in other people's feeds as suggested videos, and that's how we find other Flosstubers that we like. So make sure that even if you don't comment, you're at least doing that. And then so yeah, Elizabeth, she just tells the most amazing story. She told the sweetest story about her daughter-in-law on her last video. That was really sweet, and it's a great lesson for all of us. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.